sounds like a podcast. A podcast coming from the woods.
The woods?
It's a podcast in the woods.
What?
Why does that lady keep yelling? Holy shit, folks, it's Podcast in the Woods. That's right. Another great show on the You Run Podcast Network. Join hosts Boomer and Gabby as they review some of the dopest and worst horror movies of all time. I mean, shit. They even reviewed The Guyver. That's a pretty deep cut. So join them every week on Podcasts in the Woods. Another great show brought to you by You Run Podcast Network, motherfucker. Are you gonna fucking start it, Greg?
I did start it. It's recording. It's 14 seconds in. Dot.
You better not cut that fucking intro out. Whatever you do to this episode, that has to be in there.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Greg Hasn't Seen It, a subdivision, part of the You Gonna Eat That Crust extended universe, whatever the fuck. I'm your host with the most of the ones and twos, kind of. They call me Ryan Wilson, Fatback Supreme, a.k.a. Captain of the Bone Syndicate. What up? Joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the artist formerly known as J-Pop. The pride of Pennsylvania as far as I'm fucking concerned, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Justin. Justin, how are you?
I'm good. What am I known as now, Ryan?
Oh, Justin Soda Popinski.
Okay, perfect. Love it.
Also with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, while he may be follically challenged, whatever the fuck he has going on his face proves otherwise. Sweatpants Overlord, Greg. Greg, what's good, my friend, my hetero life mate, holder of my co-defendant shirt.
That's right. I got it on my banister. I'll give it to you one day. Everything's great, and it's your move, creep.
Also with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, rising up from the dewy areas, which are dewy. The Kings of Detroit, ladies and gentlemen, it's John and Sean Bon Jovi. What's up, motherfuckers?
Bitches leave.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
That's fine. So
that's all we got.
Yeah, here
Bad
we are,
quotes.
folks.
That's it.
Back with another edition of Greg Hasn't Seen It. And John, you seem to be a voice of reason. Can you just tell us a little bit about what the fuck we're doing here?
We're subjecting Greg to movies that he should have seen like anywhere from 30 to 50 years ago, depending on how old Greg wants to pretend he is today. This time around, we're taking Greg to the mean streets of Detroit at some point in the future, where we're going to be talking about the 1987 classic RoboCop. No point in dicking around since we're already into it. We'll just go right into it and get started here. So RoboCop is a movie about a Detroit cop named Alex Murphy who gets murdered to bejesus and back and then eventually upgraded into some chrome-plated killing machine by OCP, who essentially runs the Detroit Police Department in wherever this takes place. Once they see his corpse as a business opportunity, RoboCop spends the rest of the movie shooting dirtbags in the dick with his half-erased brain, screaming at them like a member berry, only to realize that the real villains aren't the newly dickless street trash, they're actually the guys upstairs who made him in the first place. And that's going to bring us around to talking about a little bit more on this movie. I'm going to start off with Justin. Justin, who's in this movie? What's some of the cast and crew? Who do you want to highlight for RoboCop?
Director Paul Verhoeven. Peter Weller plays Murphy / RoboCop. Nancy Allen as Lewis. Kurtwood Smith as Clarence. Dan O'Hurley or something like that. Ronnie Cox. Miguel Ferrer. That's about all I want to talk about in the cast and crew.
Keeping it brief and to the point. So how do we come across this movie? Let's start with Sean. Sean's with us tonight. I hear that you like this movie. So, Sean, what's your history with RoboCop other than watching it like 30 times in the last year because of our show?
Picture this. It's 1987, 10 years old. See this in the movie theater, changed my life. My dad was on strike. The police are on strike in Delta City, aka Old Detroit. Well, Delta City's New Detroit, right? So Old Detroit.
Yep.
Something just really resonated with me.
Okay, totally understandable. We're going to go around the room to the little red and pink dot. And Ryan, how are you? What's your opinion on how did you come to RoboCop? What's your history with it? What do you think about this movie?
Holy fuck. Before I really delve into it, I need everyone but Greg's opinion on this. Now, long-standing argument, we went to kid with a school named Sean Arnold. Greg and I weren't friends all through high school, but I'd always called this motherfucker RoboCop without his helmet. Greg thinks that he came up with it, but, gentlemen, if a motherfucker's never even seen the movie, does he have any right to make that joke?
Before anybody steps in, let me say that
No, you don't have a right to
RoboCop,
make a joke.
RoboCop is in pop culture. Just because I haven't seen a certain movie, like if I hadn't seen A Nightmare on Elm Street, I know who Freddy Krueger is. I know what he does. Listen, I came up with RoboCop without a helmet, and I had seen RoboCop 2. Nuke. I've
Greg,
seen
your
it.
insult towards this kid is about as useless as that guy's dick that got blown off in the beginning of this movie.
I will die on this hill that I came up with the name RoboCop without a helmet. I mean, maybe Greg minds think alike, and we both kind of thought about it, you know? And then that's how our friendship
Ryan,
began.
now that Greg has admitted that he's dead on a hill, what's your opinions on RoboCop as we lead into this?
Okay, I've watched RoboCop probably 100 times in my life. One of my top 5 favorite movies probably as a kid. I watch it fucking constantly. I had a little RoboCop action figure, removable helmet. So I knew what he looked like without a helmet the whole time. It's just, yeah, it's always been there for me, unlike you, Dad.
And that's a perfect transition to say, Justin, how about you? What's your history with this? How did you come to this movie?
Is that because I look like a dad that it's a perfect transition? Real quick, I need to know.
No, it's just because
I was gonna say I look a lot like the rest of you guys.
You're the only person not named Greg that I haven't talked to yet. So that's how it's a perfect transition. So
sounds about right. For me, I didn't go to the theater. Kind of wish I would have, but I was a little too young, I guess, because Mom didn't take me to this. But this was so VHS rental. A RoboCop. I mean, you kidding me? Of course. At 8 years old, I saw a robot holding a gun on the cover, and I'm like, I got to see this goddamn movie. I didn't know it was going to be so fucking violent going into it, but it was great. And like Ryan, I had the action figures. I was all into it. RoboCop was the shit when I was a kid.
Violence equals good. You heard it here first.
That's right.
that might be a recurring theme of this episode. For me, I found this at some point as a VHS rental as a kid. It might have been one of those handwritten recorded tapes that were around my house. I don't really remember, but I know I saw it way too young. Oddly for me, the sequels, specifically RoboCop 2, kind of like made me forget about RoboCop for a while until we went back to him on our show, probably 3 years or so ago. And since whenever we recorded our episode on it, I've probably watched this movie 20 times just in the last couple of years for various reasons. I think this movie's got a reputation. It upholds it for damn good reason that I'm sure we'll get into here. But before we do that, that brings us to the man of the hour, the mustache of the hour. Greg, how the fuck did you miss this movie?
Well, I was lying to Ryan and Seamus for a long time, you know, even though I did come up with the name RoboCop without a helmet. Because I saw this movie called Leviathan, starring, I don't know, Peter Weller, and he wasn't wearing a helmet unless he was in the water, then he was wearing a helmet. But he wasn't wearing a helmet when he was in the ship. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Just every time Ryan and Seamus like, yeah, RoboCop's the shit. And I was like, oh yeah, it's great. Ed 209. Absolutely. I had seen the second one, like I said, Nuke, the little stupid fucking kid. I don't think I've seen the third one, but I played the video game. Like RoboCop is, you know, he's been in my life, even though I hadn't seen the original. And yeah, I don't know why I lied about it, but I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. Sorry about that.
I'm going to make a bold statement, and I think everyone in this room who's not named Greg will agree with me. If you hadn't seen the first RoboCop movie, you haven't seen RoboCop.
Boom.
Yeah.
I agree on it.
So let's go ahead and pivot into some thoughts on this. You can go positive or negative. We tend to start positive, and if you want to bitch about stuff, you can do that too, or we can move into that. Let's start with Greg, because Greg's the new one to this. Greg, what are some of the things that, as you found this movie 40 years too late, 40 years, I don't know, I guess you found it, so it's not too late. What are some of the things you want to highlight or point out that you enjoyed about RoboCop?
Well, first of all, if it was available to a rent, I'd buy that for $1.
Liar. You didn't.
How would you
for
rent it
40
if
fucking
you
years.
could buy it?
I actually did buy it, so I don't own the
For
physical
$1?
copy, but I bought it for like $3.99, maybe $6.99, but it was worth it because I love this movie from the jump. Spoiler alert! Just like the gritty world with the like little futuristic news stuff. It's almost like not as like satirical as like Starship Troopers, but some of that stuff going on was pretty good. Just like
Greg, do you know the link between this movie and Starship Troopers? I'm just curious since you said it. There is a very strong link. Yes.
Really?
Bugs. It's the Bugs.
Okay.
Yes. Same
I
director.
don't know. Oh. Jesus.
I'm just curious since you brought that movie up of all the movies you could have compared it to.
I'm just talking about the satirical, like the news they had with just talking about the bugs. Anyway, cool dystopian world. Obviously, the introduction to Ed 209 was cool. A lot of the foreshadowing with like some of the Murphy's quotes and catchphrases, or spinning the gun like he does from TJ Laser. Because he does it because his kid loves the show TJ Laser, and he's always spinning the gun. Like I always thought that was kind of cool, and I picked that up a little bit more the second time around. I was very familiar with the character RoboCop. The poster was very cool, and it's simple and to the point. Half man, half machine, kind of like Terminator, but half human because Terminator is a little bit of a robot. And the violence was awesome. The characters were awesome. The villains were awesome. I didn't find too many negatives in this movie. So I really enjoyed it, especially the second time around.
Ryan, if you're not killing something over there, do you want to tell us some of the things that you like in this movie?
Oh, thank God I was having headphone difficulties. I'm here. Look, man, I like so much about this movie. First off, I just discovered the link today. I was like, it was when I was researching it. I was like, oh, shit. Total Recall, Starship Troopers. This movie makes so much more sense now with the style. Great. Fucking loved it. Couldn't find it free anywhere. I couldn't find it on the YouTubes. I couldn't find it on the illegal websites. No, I had to rent it like a fucking dumbass. I didn't enjoy that aspect of it, but favorite toxic waste scene in a movie, right up there. It's so brutal and violent that it just it keeps me semi-aroused through the whole thing. Peter Weller did not age well.
Yeah, he's like an Ed Harris lookalike. Got the leather skin.
Yeah, almost worse. But I just love. This must be the thing that Detroit is most proud of, I assume. I mean, it should be. I just found out today.
We put a statue up of the guy.
So it is the statue official? Because I read about it today. I'm like, holy fuck, they got a statue?
It went up, I want to say around Thanksgiving last year. Yeah, maybe. Something like that. It was winter last year. So I still haven't visited it. I've been down in Eastern Market, which is where the statue is, as recently as when were we down there? Like 2 weeks ago, and we didn't wander by it. So yeah, it is there though.
Peter Weller's kind of an asshole in real life. Do you know he beat up Corey Haim?
Shut your goddamn mouth.
He beat up Corey Haim because Corey Haim Corey Haim told him he was a good actor, and he threw him against the wall and kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, but that's coming from Corey Haim, though. No one wants to hear Corey Haim tell you're a good actor. I base my whole life around you.
Let's be real, Greg. If you were anywhere in the world and you got to witness Corey Haim say anything to RoboCop and RoboCop just kick the shit out of him, you'd be paying tickets, paying for tickets to see that.
Of course, but Corey Haim was just a kid.
So what?
He deserved it.
He's a dead kid.
Should dig him up and beat him up again.
Damn. I'm into that. Corey
All right,
Feldman's like, I can
agree
do
to
that
agree.
too. Yeah, so I mean, look, man, just give me part human, part robot. I'll pretty much watch any movie with part human, part robot. Universal Soldier.
Have you seen the movie
RoboCop.
Eliminators?
I know that you guys recently covered it, and I was like, what the fuck is that? So I kind of want to watch that before I listen to the episode. So
Strong
I can't
recommend. It's got a Mandroid in it.
wait. Okay, all right. And I assume that's available on Tubi. It's gotta be.
Maybe.
If it's not, it's a
I'm not
crime.
sure.
Yeah, I'm not paying for any more robot cyborg movies this year. Like I put the house up, on the market, and I was like, whatever we get for dividends, I'm going to use it to get RoboCop. So no more robot movies this year. But yeah, great movie. Fucking love it. Inspirational. Dudes with robot helmets. What more do you want in the movie? I don't know. Toxic waste. Red from that 70s show. Chewing gum. Spitting blood on paper. This is what you need. This is the formula you need for a good movie. I don't know how they fucked up a RoboCop reboot. It's so easy to make, but no, we'll make it bad anyway. All right, someone else go now.
For whatever it's worth, Ryan, Eliminators is not currently on Tubi, so you'll have to give it a month to watch it. Sean, how about you? What are some of the things you like on the movie RoboCop?
First off, let me correct the record. Let me set the record straight. Everybody knows that John Kitna is RoboCop without a helmet. So I don't want to hear about whoever this
Sean Arnold.
delinquent child you guys were talking about.
He sucks.
John Kitna's the man. So, I mean, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap the show up right now. Okay. Show's over. Basically, RoboCop is the quintessential 80s movie. And you can argue with me about this but you'll be wrong. There's no sense in even arguing it. This captures the era's cynicism. It captures the crime in Detroit, the labor strife, economic decline, and Detroit is the perfect gritty backdrop to this futuristic hellscape that we call whatever this time was that this movie takes place. Full of biting satire, right? We're delivering these news stories that just, mirrors the times with, everybody's just... They're putting a glad face on all these problems in the world. They'll talk about, these police officers or these people, there was a hostage situation. They all died. And next on to, Britney Spears spins again and drives drunk. It might as well be ripped from the headlines today. So yeah, the movie today is, it's oddly prescient with all the man-machine melding. And you think about AI now, it's in the front of everybody's mind. You turn on the news, you can't go like 5 minutes without hearing about AI in some respect. And RoboCop is like the Boston Dynamic version of like policing, today's policing. It's just prescient. Verhoeven, whoever wrote this, I don't know. I've watched this about 1 million times. I don't know who wrote this movie, but Verhoeven's directorial direction just
Edward Neurmeyer and
yes,
Michael Meyer.
Exactly. Those guys. It's just, I forgot where I was going with this, but it is totally on the level with like what's going on today. So it's there we go. It's timeless. The timeless movie. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could have put that any better. The only thing I'll say you missed, though, was like, you can tell the bad guys in this movie because they all go like, so there's
that dude's laugh was hilarious.
Well, Justin, I know Sean just ended the show, but do you want to go ahead and tag in and say anything that you liked about this movie? Or if you have anything that you don't like about it, that's fine too.
I don't even know how to follow that, and I don't know how to not just rehash everything everyone else said. But let me just say this. What I like is it is a wild bunch of movie villains. You got Red from that 70s show. You got the dude from ER with the strangest hair-beard combo on the planet. You get a guy that looks like he belongs on the set of Murphy Brown, a guy that's the prototype corporate douchebag, and sprinkle in a little Connell Cochran, and we get the most amazing mixed bag of bad guys of all time. In addition to that, it's got a really fun score, great effects. I do love like the stop motion stuff of the Ed 209 late in the film as well. Those are just some great things. And it's also a great revenge flick. There you go. That's my take.
Everyone's talking about these huge themes and whatnot. Like, No one's said the word squibs once yet, and I absolutely love all the squibs in this movie, because this movie, they shoot a guy and they're like, what's that? Just 4 squibs? No, 400 squibs. Put them all on that guy. And they just when people die in this movie, they fucking die hard. No pun intended for this movie. And it's great. Like you said it at the beginning of the episode, quoting Sean, violence is fun. This movie proves it beyond a reasonable doubt that violence is absolutely fun, because every single scene that has some kind of action sequence in it is just executed to like mid to late 80s perfection. We usually talk about the look of a city from like the 70s or the 80s and how we like that. I'm going to kind of flip that. I like the way this made up Detroit looks in the future. It looks grimy. It looks shitty. It's the kind of thing that the more they pan the camera around what they're calling Detroit in this movie, it just has so much stuff going on that you just want to take in and almost pause frame by frame to see all the crazy shit that's going on in the background, the foreground, and whatever else you can find on the screen. So there's tons of that. You mentioned the stop motion, and I agree. I like that, not just because stop motion is like a lost art. Like it pretty much died with Jurassic Park. So I guess dinosaurs killed it, which is about time they killed something, because they've been dead for a while. But I like it for this movie because specifically with Ed 209, it does a really good job of making it look more robotic. It almost fits better. Where if we were seeing that, I mean, we have seen this in a newer form, but if you look at how it would probably come out now, like everything would be so smoothed out and honestly less robotic looking, more lifelike looking. And there's a charm about him, kind of Ed 209 being kind of clumsy and kind of like robotic, to be precise with it, that I find really entertaining. And above all else, this movie is fucking relentless. Like as soon as we get to the point of you really like once the movie starts and we are in this boardroom where we see this presentation, from there on, like it's just like one over the top intense violent action sequence after another, and they actually do a good job of putting a pretty tightly told story around all this chaos. But the violence and the over the top action sequences, they never let up. It's just gas all the time, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, and that Murphy murder scene is fucking brutal. Like so drawn out and mean spirited. It's one of the most effective in any movie from any decade.
Especially if you catch the unrated cut.
Oh, yeah, I have. It's crazy.
I was reading today that this movie got X rating 8 different times, and they would like bring it back to the MPAA with a different scene cut out and trying to get it down to R rate. Dude, it took them 8 fucking times. And the boardroom scene, which is brutal, is a toned down version of that already. So I can imagine what the X-rated version looks like.
You can see it all on the unrated cut. So the unrated cut goes, I think it's like 13 seconds longer in that scene, and it's just gunshots. That's all it is. It's just them blowing this guy the fuck away. Yeah. The Murphy scene's the other one where he dies. It's pretty obvious. And Sean, you know this better than I do, but that's where they do the close up of him blowing off his hand and it actually separating from him. Don't they get his arms and a couple like other things where they actually show body parts like flying off of him and shit.
Yeah, there's that shot of the animatronic. I think it's like the headshot, the last shot. Yeah. That's like brutal. But I was going to say, like you were talking, John, about Ed 209 and like the stop motion and it adding a bit of realism to it. You cannot not give props to Peter Weller. And if you watch closely the way that he moves in this movie as RoboCop, it is as if, like you could watch this and think, is this guy CGI? Like the way that he actually moves is so fluid. And if you read anything about it, or if you watch, there's a RoboDoc, this 5-part documentary that is ridiculous. It goes through like
that's on TV.
Yeah, and he was going to totally move a different way. I think he was going to be more like initially they wanted him to be like a ballet dancer, moving very fluid, and he met with this miming coach, and they're like, it's not going to work. This costume's too heavy, too many restrictions on it, and it's just like when you think of what Weller did, putting on the costume, having to do that every day for every shoot, every scene that they do with him in it as RoboCop, it's like a labor of love for him.
Absolutely. The suit weighed 80 pounds. And
That's
they were
crazy.
working in sweltering hot fucking conditions every day. Eventually, they put a fucking cooling unit in the suit as well. Pretty dope. And every time they showed him in the car, he was just RoboCop from the waist up and then pantsless down below because they couldn't fit him in a car with the suit on.
This is also 1987, so that cooling unit's just one of those like squirt bottles with a little fan on top of it. So,
That's what they call me, RoboCop from the waist up.
would you want to put from the waist down? Wouldn't that be better?
No,
No.
I'm all man down there. Yeah. Wait.
You do love baby food.
The Peter Weller scene, the Murphy scene where you get blown away was fucking crazy. It reminds me of, because the first time I saw that was on Family Guy when they're like, hey, at least we're doing better than Peter Weller from RoboCop, and he gets blown away. Now, you guys said before, I think, listening to your episode on 2 and 3, that even when they get a new actor, they use the same suit, and they just stuffed him in the same suit.
Yeah. The guy from Thinner.
To,
What's his name? John Robert Burke or something?
Yeah, he was not thinner enough for it, apparently. Should have done Thinner first and then RoboCop. And was it Weller in part 2 or was it someone else?
Weller.
So, the other guy's just in part 3, and according to him, like any movement was just like excruciating pain. So there's extended shots of him just like sitting around and stuff, so he doesn't have to move in 3. Three's a whole different shit show of a movie. So, but it does have Kruger in it, so he industrial smooths him, so it's got that going for it. So we'll go around the room again, and we'll go in reverse-ish order this time. We'll start with Justin. Do you have any negatives or any critiques that you want to give this movie? I mean, I know this is a hard one to pull that out with, but so this will probably go quicker. But if you have anything like that, a slam list for RoboCop, if you will.
The only thing that is a negative for me is I like Nancy Allen, and I think she's a great actress, but she doesn't quite work for me in this character. I never really bought her, especially knowing her from Carrie and stuff like that. Like I just couldn't see her as a cop. And I know, you
get to part 3.
Yeah. You can have some empathy for her, and I get all that, but it just doesn't work for me. So that's probably my only nitpick.
John, how about you?
All right, before I get to that, I just want to say the reveal of RoboCop after the chair scene, like after him in the chair, then programming. I didn't get a chance to touch on this, but I want to. So this is my show, right? You guys invited me on so I could take over. Anyways, the way that they reveal RoboCop is like the coolest reveal, because they have him walk through the hall once he actually gets up, and they don't show his face, and all the police officers in the station follow him out. Like they see him, they're like, what is that noise? You can hear him walking. You see him through that like privacy glass. The way that they reveal him, he just opens, he walks through this opening of a door, and you kind of get to see a full body shot, but you still don't get to see his face. And all the cops rush out there to go see him, to see what this thing is. And I can just imagine, like, the first time, if when and if this actually happens, the first time someone actually, I don't think they're going to put a person's face inside this robot, but that would be pretty fucked up.
I wouldn't be shocked.
The way they just, that sequence happens, all the police officers are in awe, and you could totally understand, or you could totally like relate to saying like, this is the first time we've seen something like this. This is incredible. This is amazing. Like, it's just a cool reveal. It's almost like a horror character. Like they don't want to give away the big payoff of showing the monster too early, because that for whatever reason they want to build suspense. And that's the same thing with RoboCop. So on the negative side for me, like you kind of mentioned it already, like Ed 209 being just a little bit too animatronic for my taste. Like you could still do it CGI, you could drop frames or whatever to make it look a little bit more jerky. I don't think that specific effect necessarily holds up. It's almost kind of like watching something like Jason and the Argonauts, and you see the Ray Harryhausen like effects where they're super jerktastic. This one's a little bit smoother than that. And I think another gripe that I have, it's just a nitpick, but some of the matte paintings, some of the backgrounds look just kind of out of place. Like they look like matte paintings. They don't look like it's in the scene. And that's just, I mean, my thing is just totally nitpicky stuff. Like I love this movie, so it's hard to even pull little threads out. But I would just say some of the effects are kind of choppy, and a little bit more than you'd want. And I think some of the backgrounds, matte paintings, some of the some of the backdrops are just kind of not up to snuff. But again, we talk about this sometimes. It could be the HDification, a victim of Blu-ray or DVD or whatever, and VHS. If you would have watched this on VHS, you would have never noticed any of that stuff.
Ed 209, not a fan of stairs.
So, Greg, you're next up for anything negative, just because I'm going off the order that's on my screen. How about you? Is there any critiques that you have for this one?
I mean, I think there's some like ridiculous parts, but I mean, it's 80s action. I thought it was pretty flawless, obvious, maybe minus some animatronic shit.
Which parts were ridiculous?
So when the cops come to round him up and they all just like their idea to round RoboCop up is just like to gather around and just shoot like 10,000 rounds into him like randomly. It was just funny. It was an awesome part, but it just made me laugh. Like, that's a great way to fucking get him. Like, let's just all shoot him and hope for the best. But
no ricochet bullets or anything.
Have you ever seen Ninja 3?
I haven't.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we'll do next is Ninja 3. That's a fun movie.
I haven't seen Ninja 1.
Neither have I. You don't need to.
I have seen 3 Ninjas kick back, though.
It has more tits in it than that.
And Surf Ninjas. But no, I mean, again, I kind of knew what I was getting into. I knew it was going to be over the top, violent. Like I said, I thought all the villains were awesome. Yes, some of them were definitely cheesy and their laughs were like ridiculous, but it was awesome. It was like perfect 80s sci-fi not horror, sci-fi like action violence. It was fun. It was a very fun movie for me. Need I say, probably one of the funnest movies I've watched during this whole process.
You say that almost every time that we.
I know. Well, I'm watching all these new movies. I mean, it's
like you spent 40 years not watching good movies and then finally found RoboCop.
Well, the thing too, just to butt in, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You guys aren't picking bad movies for him to watch. These are like, have you seen it? No, I haven't seen it. And it's like, well, here, let me serve you all these great movies you haven't seen.
Yeah, so
you poor bastard. Oh,
yeah.
No. He did watch Jack Frost.
Oh, okay. Well,
but again, that movie was stupid to be stupid. Like, it was just
you could have just stopped that movie was stupid.
Yeah, but it was a fun movie. Like, Sleepaway Camp is kind of like a ridiculous, over the top movie, but it's obviously beyond what Jack Frost is. Like, Sleepaway Camp's a 10, and Jack Frost is like a 6 or a 5.
I think that's the tagline actually for that movie.
I got the poster right here. It says Sleepaway Camp. It's 6 inches. Ryan, how about you? What are some of the things or critiques you might have about the movie RoboCop or Sleepaway Camp if you want to go back to that?
My biggest critique is that one of my best friends lied to me for fucking 30 years about watching this movie. Why? I don't know. To save face? You didn't need to do that, Greg. I love you for who you are, not about your terrible taste in movies.
Let me just say real quick, but I remember when we had Aaron on as the first time as our guest, and you guys were all talking about Ed 209, and like you guys were making all these Ed 209 jokes, and it was hilarious. And I'm just going like laughing along, like, yeah, I know who Ed 209 is. This is hilarious.
Why is this funny?
God, I hope you pull some of that back and like clip it into this episode, because that would.
Fuck yeah! I did make like 4 Ed 209 jokes in that one episode. And he's laughing hysterically.
I just went back and listened to it, and I got
crying inside.
Great.
Yeah. I don't have any fucking critiques of this movie. I mean, it's so nostalgic and like means too much to me. Especially let some asshole schmuck who's never seen it ruin it for me. So no, I have no critiques of RoboCop. To me, it's like a living comic book movie. I mean, the fucking background, the trash blowing around everywhere. The maniacal laughter. I mean, there's too much to love to have any hate. There's no hate in my heart, all right? My heart, not robotic, guys.
My only critique of this movie is they cut out the scene where RoboCop beats the shit out of Corey Haim. So
he deserved it.
I forgot what movie it was.
So that brings us to audience reaction, kind of getting some other people's opinions on this movie. So, Greg, I know you put polls up. What did we get as far as feedback? What's just the consensus or opinion of people that listen to this show and, unlike Greg, up to this point, have seen RoboCop?
I've seen it twice, okay? So Sean Arnold, he said, Greg came up with that joke, 8 out of 8 crusts. Spud McKenzie from Instagram says 7 crusts for every guy shot in the dick. So that would be...
Is that like 14 crusts?
Yeah. Kate from Down Under.
Oi.
6.5 out of 8. This scared me a lot when my stepbrother watched it, and I watched it over his shoulder as a kid, so it took many years to revisit. Australia, you know.
Yeah.
You Run podcast.
Heard the toilets flush backwards there.
Good eye, mate. All right, Scott from You Run podcast says, I love this film. It's packed with nostalgia. For me, it was the first 18-rated film I've ever saw. 5 out of 5. I love it unconditionally. I think he means 8 out of 8.
Jesus, fuck. I got to talk to this guy.
Yeah. Chip, cheerio.
He's doing it in the metric system. He's not going to know how many pieces of pizza are in a crust. He's going to convert it to millimeters, and that's how you end up with 5 out of whatever.
5 fish and chips. Out of 5.
With mayonnaise all in them. Blech.
5 warm Guinnesses with a side of fish.
Oh. To Born or Not to Be Movies said 8. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I got.
That's it. All right.
That's it.
Well, that brings us to where we can kind of have some fun with this and kind of play around with it. I'm really interested to hear what Sean's going to do with this one, so I'm going to start with you. This is where you can switch stuff up, Sean. You can either just do a straight up double feature with this, or you can drop someone in and kind of fuck around with the movie as a whole. Whatever you want to do, replace someone, double feature, whatever's best for you.
Or both.
Or both.
All right, double feature with Terminator has to be done. Just has to. They fit together so well. You got like
you went with 2 good movies. That's such a odd choice.
Well, yeah, who wants to sit through RoboCop 3 and Terminator 3? Like, who wants to do that?
In a month, no less.
Yeah, I know. Fucking stupid people. Yeah, so that's my double
had
feature.
that idea.
I know, some fucking idiot. And I would say let's sub out Peter Weller. Let's put in Terry Kaiser.
Just have him be Bernie for the whole fucking movie.
Greatest living actor, Terry Kaiser.
I would pay a lot of money to watch Weekend at Bernie's RoboCop edition.
And didn't flinch.
2 movies.
Yeah. And that ski scene, that water ski scene, they fucking ran him into that buoy and he didn't even move. He didn't blink.
Parasailing scene's even better.
Fuck.
Isn't that the same one?
No, the parasailing's when he drops him out of the sky and he just lands face first in the fucking muck.
I rest my case.
Justin, how about you? What would you switch up? What's your double feature? Any combination thereof?
For a double feature, I'd probably go this and Maniac Cop. And
Nice.
yeah, why not? And as far as switching up in spirit of my show, I'm going Joey Pants. He totally belongs in this movie. I'd retcon and put him anywhere, but just think about like Kurtwood is great, right? But just imagine Joey Pants in that role. He'd be fucking amazing.
He would.
I'm all for it. Ryan?
Oh, well, obviously, if I'm going double feature, I'm going to watch this with Critters. All right. I haven't seen that movie in a while. And I used to watch that. They were always on the same fucking USA block of TV back in the day.
Didn't you say Critters last month too?
Did I? Well, fuck. Then we'll just go kill it clowns from outer space. All right? Jesus fuck.
I'm not complaining. I'm going to say if that's going to be the thing every month now, is Sean says Terry Kaiser and Ryan says Critters, that's going to be kind of funny. So.
If I would replace Peter Weller with anyone, it would be Sean Arnold.
Son of a bitch, you stole mine.
So there's that. And I want to say that fucking Red from that 70s show, very good villain in this movie. I think he's great in this fucking movie. I love when he spits the blood at the police station. I'll take my phone call. Shit. All right. So, there's no one else to add. I don't give a fuck. As long as you can go, then you're sold as a villain in this movie. So what do I need to switch up?
Fair enough. I'm going to jump in front of Greg because I want Greg to have the floor for, whatever reason. For my double feature, I'm in a similar vein to what Justin went with. I'm going with Scanner Cop. It's another shitty 80s, early 90s cop movie that doesn't make a lot of sense. Cops doing things they're not supposed to and is also violent as hell, so that's fun. As far as recasting, I'm keeping Peter Weller, the actor, in the suit. I want the same performance as far as that goes. However, I'm taking his voice out and I'm replacing it with Police Academy era Bobcat Goldthwait and letting him just ad lib as much dialogue as he wants.
Yes, I'm here for that.
So, Greg, that puts the ball in your court. Do you have a double feature and or something to switch it up with since Ryan stole yours?
Yeah. Well, first off, I would say I would replace Peter Weller with Sean Arnold from Spalding High School, class of 2001. So I know that about him. No, but how about Peter Weller for Steven Seagal? Steven Seagal as RoboCop with a ponytail.
What year, Steven Seagal? What year, Steven Seagal?
So marked for death. Marked for death.
He doesn't know. He didn't watch any of them.
I did see.
I was really hoping you'd say like 2018 Steven Seagal. That would be way more entertaining to me.
How's he going to fit in the suit?
Yeah.
They just fucking duct tape it around his fat ass and keep the leather jacket under him because he refuses to take it off to hide the rolls.
So, yeah, but he's got the ponytail. How about Christopher Walken as Clarence? Like, I don't know. And how about Gary Oldman as Dick Jones or Gary Oldman as Old Man?
Can he be Gary Oldman as Dick Jones, but as his character from True Romance?
Oh, yes.
Was this White Boy Day? I don't know.
I don't remember his character's name in that, but I remember he was
Drexel.
At least Drexel. He was the highlight of the movie for me, so,
Yeah.
or one of.
There's a pair of titties out there. He ain't even looked once. All right. And my double feature is a Peter Weller movie. I'm talking about Screamers. You guys remember Screamers? I have seen it. Greg has seen Screamers. Those things in the ground, and they're coming at you, and they fucking.
That's like dystopian, right? It's like in the future.
Yeah, they're in like the desert. They'll like jump off and saw your leg off, and then you scream.
So it's like Tremors, but in the dark. Have you seen Tremors?
Yes, I have seen Tremors.
Okay, well that's good. So
Kevin Bacon.
Guys, I do want to remind you how Greg can flawlessly lie to your face.
Hey,
He did it for 30 years.
It had Alex P. Keaton's dad in it as well. Him and was it Reba McEntire?
Screamers did?
No, Tremors.
No. Tremors did.
Yeah.
Well, Greg,
Tremors and Screamers.
I'm gonna break the mold for this episode. I don't think I've seen Screamers, so maybe I need to do that. So.
No,
I also
probably not.
saw Tremors, so I don't know that I need to see Screamers.
I thought Screamers was cool, but I probably saw it in like 1987, so it's probably like 1988.
You saw that instead of this?
If you saw that in 1987, I'd be really impressed because Screamers came out in 1995.
Yeah, see, I was ahead of the curve. I got a screener for Screamers. No,
Nice.
but yeah, I saw Leviathan before this, so like not a lot of people have seen Leviathan either, which I did enjoy as well.
And yet you remain aloof and lying to people about how many times you've seen RoboCop. That's
Leviathan was like Thing underwater. It's kind of cool.
So yeah, we can go ahead and wrap it up on that. So let's go around the room one more time. We'll give our final thoughts on this. And Sean, why don't you lead us off? Tell us about how you feel about RoboCop. Does it hold up? Is it good? Is it bad?
It's
Whatever
the
you
best.
want to do.
It's the best, John. It's the best.
I already know.
9 out of 8.
Fuck. That's when they just give
Straight
you
to the
stuffed
point.
crust for free.
They just give you a bunch of extra crust on the side of your pizza. Just throw it on top.
That's when you order pizza and you see a pizza over there and you ask that guy, like, hey, you can eat that crust?
Ooh, brutal.
A deep
Look at
cut.
that.
A little
Product
deep cut
placement right
there.
within his own show.
Yeah, that's
Brian,
how we
how about
got
you?
the name.
All right, look, I just love the world of RoboCop. I love every fake fucking commercial that's in this movie. They're fucking hilarious. I just ordered Nukem to play with the kids later. And I'm trading in the car I just bought to get an SUX 6000. So, obviously, the level of violence, the world building, the only good thing to ever come out of Detroit, RoboCop, 8 out of 8 crust. What the fuck? What are
What
we
about
doing?
Barry
here?
Sanders? Come on now.
Barry Sanders came out of Oklahoma,
But he still
you know.
played in Detroit. He's Detroit boy. You claim
Greg,
him. Claim him.
do it. Come on.
Claim him.
Claim them.
Justin, how about you? So this is where we're supposed to does this hold up? You and I are apparently the ones that get to land a verdict on this before Greg comes in and tells us what he thought after 500 years of lying about watching RoboCop.
I think it totally holds up for all the reasons we talked about, and much like all of us except for Greg, it's nostalgia driven for me. I like Ryan and I talked about. I had the goddamn action figures. I was so into RoboCop. I love RoboCop 2 as well. He was my guy as far as action films go. And I know this is more than just an action film, but I also feel like this, like many action films of the era, is a must watch for some. Obviously, not Greg and Greg minds that think alike, apparently, but for everybody else, definitely. I'm not sure that this kind of movie works as well for today's audiences. I'd actually like to know. My daughter's never seen it. I tried to get her to watch it with me about a year ago, and she refused. So I don't know what young audiences would think. I know, right?
Ground her until she's Greg's age.
But I would love to know, honestly, I would love to know, because much like Sean said, there's a lot of interesting themes that are still timely today. So I would love to know what, the younger generation might think. And on top of all of that, great effects, really done well, and extremely fucking violent. So I think it's an important movie, and I don't know why Greg only just now saw it. And as far as I'm concerned, yes, 100% it's 8 out of 8. It's a great film.
I'm going to pretty much echo what Justin just said. I think this is, whatever genre you want to boil this down to, whether you want to call it an action movie, a sci-fi movie, a horror movie, whatever, it's at the top. It's one of those movies that whatever subgenre you want to put it in, should be required viewing, period. It still holds up today. I think this movie looks better than pretty much anything that I've seen in the last 10 years with minimal. No, it looks better than pretty much anything that I've seen in the last 10 years. The actual message behind it, once you look past the violence, is still relevant today. As a, Metro Detroit, suburbanite or whatever I am, I have love for this movie because it takes place in a fictitious Detroit. So we gotta take what we can get. We're not like you New England chaps or you Philadelphians with your Liberty Bells and all that bullshit. We have cars. We got a big tire and we got, that's about it.
Auto
and
World.
RoboCop statue. But yeah, this is among like genre films best, period. There's a reason why it's been endlessly ripped off. You can make an argument that the only movies that have been ripped off more than RoboCop would be Terminator and Die Hard. So, and this even has some Die Hard shit to it with like the way that Dick Jones dies at the end. This was the year before Die Hard, wasn't it? Or is this the year? Yeah, so maybe Die Hard ripped it off from here. I don't know. It's 8 out of 8 crusts all day. If you haven't seen this, we're going to have Greg just drive right to your house, buy a copy on Amazon for you, rub his mustache, beat up Corey Haim, and leave. Greg?
So what New England does have, we have a tribute to RoboCop because we have the old man on the mountain.
We had.
The old man, the leader of the corporation, OCP. He's on the mountain.
He's not landing
Silver Shamrock, got it.
Today.
Is this a joke for two?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a joke for New Hampshire. Okay, so
my favorite part of that joke is how you just kept waiting for it to land.
That's my style. That's my style. I like to explain jokes. That's the best ones. So I've watched this movie twice, and both times are extremely enjoyable. Second time around was even better. Great characters, great villains, memorable scenes. The gore was awesome. This absolutely holds up. It's an 8 out of 8 for me. I like to say sorry that I lied to Ryan and Seamus and all my friends over the years. But I did come up with the Sean Arnold RoboCop without a helmet joke, though. So I got to say that. But yeah, it was kick-ass movie. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, I knew who RoboCop was. Obviously, I just don't know why I didn't see it. It passed me, and I just pretended to go along with the people and was like, "Yeah, I seen it. I've seen it. Sure, yeah." I don't know why I was a liar. I gotta look in the mirror on that.
You're like when the two guys were in the restroom, and that's me and you peeing next to each other. You're the guy who pulls up his pants, immediately pisses on himself, and walks out.
That part was hilarious.
I wash my hands after.
Yeah, I don't wash.
Brian, I gotta ask: does this Sean Arnold cat look more like Robert John Burke or more like Peter Weller?
Dude, when he's sitting down at the end of the movie and he takes off his helmet for fucking Murphy, not Murphy, the chick, the fucking lady cop, he looks exactly like that. He was jarring to look at. It looks like someone just drew him with with rulers and every precise angle, and he looks just like that. I don't know what happened to him in life. Like, he could be highly successful right now. He might have this podcast shut down. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. And I don't know if he knows, we whispered RoboCop without a helmet. We got drunk at parties, RoboCop without a helmet. So he must know, and maybe he hates us, and maybe he became successful despite us. And that's really what I can hope for Sean Arnold.
Well, so he was a car salesman. I know a little bit more about him because
you deep dove into Sean Arnold.
Yeah, no, he sold me one of my cars, and he was like, "Hey, remember that when he used to call me RoboCop without a helmet?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." It's so
made
weird.
that up.
Yeah, it's so weird because Ryan always tries to claim that, but he's like, this chiseled jawline. He's like, I know you came up with that, but he's got a very chiseled jawline. He's got like an extremely wide face. It's a very punchable.
So what I'm
face.
hearing is that it's Robert John Burke and not Peter Weller.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Big jaw.
All right.
What's up, Big Jaw?
Big jaw. All right. Well, Sean Arnold aside, I think that's all we got. So, Greg, Ryan, one of you guys want to bring us home on this? Wrap us up here?
I want to thank everyone for listening. You're all beautiful, beautiful motherfuckers. We're representing the You Run Podcast Network. There's all kinds of great shit over there. You can listen to Pop Culture Reflections with my boy Justin over there. You can listen to Sean and John wax poetic about fucking terrible movies on the Dewey Pod Monster podcast. Greg has 47 side project podcasts you can listen to. And you can always find me right here on the You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast. Listen to all the other fucking podcasts. You Run Horror. You Run True Crime. Podcast in the Woods. The Girl and the Gay. The list goes on and on and on and on. Non-stop podcast until the break of dawn.
Yeah. Find us on Spotify, Apple Pod, YouTube. Check out the Spalding High School Yearbook 2001, and you can find Sean Arnold where it says in his quote, "Thanks, Craig, for coming up with that amazing nickname." We are part of the You Run Podcast
Actually
Network.
says, "Bitches leave."
He says, "Your move, creep." Yeah, thanks so much for everyone to listen. Thanks for Sean for guessing, coming on to talk RoboCop with us. We appreciate you.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. Thank you.
Also, I want to say, if you're a police officer, it's definitely not safe to swing your gun around on your finger in public and then holster it again. I'm pretty sure there has to be some rules and regulations about that. So just don't do that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Rules are made to be broken.
True.
Yeah,
True.
Your name has to be TJ Laser.
Well, with that being said, in Crust, we trust.
RoboCop.
Forever. Ever.
Right in the dick.
Ever. Ever. Peace out, bitches.